Hello there and welcome to Top TV, and this is Truth in Politics with me, Brenda Kigen. And today we have been privileged to have a sit down with youth leader for Ongata Rongai. Karibu sana Solo.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Top TV.
I'm humbled.
Unafeel aje?
I feel poor and I'm thankful.
Okay, so we want to know what is happening with the youth out there. Tuambie nini inaendelea huko nje?
Out there, let me just say in quote, youth ought to be useful.
Okay, okay.
So there's
That is
usefulness
nice.
in the youth.
Okay, I want you to elaborate for us what it is that you exactly do as a youth leader.
Actually, I focus on what we call youth advocacy. Yeah, you know, in every quorum there must be a leader, but that leader should have a vision.
Okay.
Because they say to be useful, you must be useful. So what I do mostly, I focus on youth advocacy, youth inclusion in governance. And you know, most people will talk on their part. So for long we've been lagging behind because when people are there, they talk on their behalf for their own benefit. But for us youth, they only talk about the negative part of the youth.
Okay.
And they tint us negatively, but there's no way they talk about the best and better part of the youth.
Okay. Of late, I've been seeing people sending online polls so that you can vote for them. I would like you to explain to us what is exactly happening in these polls.
Actually, so I thank also from the polls I was elected to be the Kenya Youth Organization Communication Director for Kajiado North. It means the 5 wards from Ngai Murunya, Ongata Rongai, Ololua, Olkeri, and Gom. So basically, you know, there's what we call inclusivity, but we have to have a structure from the bottom, from the grassroots up to the national level. So we've been conducting polls from the county level, sub-county level, where I was elected the communication director. And as per now, yesterday we were carrying out the election for the ward level in Ngai Murunya, Olkeri, and Ngong. Fortunately, we finished the Ngong and Olkeri. And tomorrow we'll do a repeat of the ward of Ngai Murunya because of the mispractices. So basically, youths are electing their representatives so that we can voice for the champions. We can voice the problems of the youth.
Okay, that's nice. I want to know what are the things that you do to empower youths out here.
I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things. First of all, I have a dance family. That is called Rongai Dance Family. So basically I found that personally me, I'm a hype man, and I'm also a musician.
Yes.
But I paved it way so that I can focus on advocacy and youth empowerment. So I'm the director of Rongai Dance Family, whereby we nurture talents from 5 years up to 100 years. From there, they become busy, they focus on their talents. Like right now, when you have been calling me, I have a promotion that is undergoing. So I have to leave it, I have to call 2 of the youths.
Yes.
We do it for 1 week. So the first day I'll do it, then I'll leave them so that they can get a basic upkeep.
Talking about the creative part of you, I want to know what is your take on this. There's a proposal in the finance bill, 15% tax to be taxed on every content creator. You as a dancer, you're a content creator.
Yes.
I want to know what is your take on that. How do you feel about that bill?
I think, and as we see, there's a narrative of which we should change as users. The problem are the first pioneers of content creators. That's where the problem started, because they are living lavishly, but in real sense they don't have much. So those are the people that brought all these menace. Because at first, most people live lavishly. So when the government want to tax 15%, it means it has proof and evidence that you have a lot of money. But in real sense, you know, art is the fake life. And that's what I advocate for the youth. You should live your life, be who you are. If you fake, it means that you'll go a notch higher to do extra things that will impact negative effects into your. So for me, we will blame our, let me call our forefathers in the creative industry, for faking life until now the government has come to tame that lavish life. But for now, I'll be against, if you ask my thought, I'll be against that, because Kenya is not at that time to start taxing content creators, because it is targeting the youth, and that's how the youth make money. Whether they are making millions, so long as it's legit, they should target other stakeholders. The 500 above, 1,000 to be taxed, I support. But for the youth, they are building them.
Okay, still on the finance bill, we know about the housing levy, that is 3% for those who are working. I want to know your opinion and your take on that.
3%.
Yes.
I think it's optional, but me I support it because, if you are too egocentric or you are too self-centered to think about yourself, you say good leaders should think about the next generation, not the next general election. As for me, even if I'm taxed 3% and my son or my great-grandson will come to benefit, that's what I'm doing now. Like, I have 7 years to get out of the youth bracket. So people will judge me what I did to pave way for the youthful generation to come. What foundation will I build? So I support it because even if I'm not the one to benefit, there's some people that will benefit after me.
Okay. Yeah, I want to take you back to where you told us you were elected as the communication director of Kajiado North Sub-County. Yes. I want you, because right now you are the bridge between the youth and the county government. So what are the plans that the county government has in store for the youths here in Kajiado?
I'll not say it to be specific county government. I put it like this: I'm trying, or I'm the voice from the youth to the relevant stakeholder. That means the county government, the national government, because if you know me well, I also one-on-one work with the area MP, Onesmus Logoy, which I support because of one thing: youth advocacy. It gives us youth a chance to articulate our grievances and work on it. So all I can say about that question is about the county. Like me, in the county, I represent the youth under the environment docket. It's called Climate Change Action Plan. I'm the secretary of Ongata Rongai Ward, and I represent the youth. And representing the youth, it means we want to focus on how we can tame environmental hazards, but at the same time create employment for the youth, who can use that employment to clean the environment, but at the same time to get what you can call basic needs. Yeah, so I just champion for the youth. Every time I go, anywhere I go to the public participation, I focus on things that will impact the youth. I've been a human rights defender for long, and I was doing general defending for long. For those people who know Masai Lodge and so forth, they know me. But I decided to shift my focus to specifically the youth, because we are a forgotten lot in terms of development, in terms of our plea to the people. So I majorly champion our issues because I'm a youth. I know what is ailing us, and I know how the society has been judging us, or harshly or negatively.
Okay. Do you think that the youth have been given an opportunity in leadership in our country?
In our country,
yes,
leadership is not given; it's taken.
Okay.
If you wait to be given, that's why me. I don't actually. I can say God is my father. Yeah, I was not born in Ongata Rongai. I came and I conquered. I conquered because of things. I grasped the opportunity because there are some pillars that guide me. Integrity, and then apart from that, I can say transparency. So you package yourself in such a way that, there are those people that you are a youth, but if you package yourself, you sit here na simu ipotee, wewe ndio utakushukiwa hapo. Yes. But right now I can tell you, I can even take my phone, even I call the ward administrator of Ongata Rongai or the MC or the MP, you will know that this is solo because of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You understand? So packaging, substance attracts substance, road attracts road. So I can tell the youth to package themselves in such a way that they can attract substance. If you are rot, you will attract rot. But if you are positive, you attract something that is substantial.
Okay, that's a nice advice to the youth out there. Challenges in youth advocacy.
Challenges.
Yes.
Challenges in youth advocacy. If you are a bridge between the youth and the government, like there's what we call stereotyping. Like for me, if I see the youth, maybe ameweka meno ya silver, the society watu wana huyu ni mwizi, isn't it?
Yeah.
Na kuna wakati wazee walikuwa wanaweka nywele ya afro.
Yeah.
So that was the style. And the trend keeps on changing. So convincing the people that this one is not a problem ni ngumu sana. The authority believes in me. I also believe in the youth. But the youth can call me, tumeshikwa ya bure. Because kitu ilifanyika hapo. Wakati alikuja akashikwa because he's looking suspicious. Amekuja akashikwa. So trying to pave way and act on behalf of the youth, they might think you're encouraging rot in the society. Because wanasema Solo anatetea watu wabaya.
Yeah.
But all I know, everything comes with a challenge, and to be where I am, you know, there are a lot of things. But what I believe, if someone throws stones to you, use those stones to create your own foundation. Yeah, so it has a lot of challenges basing on maybe misjudge, advocacy, then also financial constraints. You must do so many things on your own. It's support of the youth. Mi kuna wale youth wanaweza kaibu wakwambie Solo sina hii, and there are more than 50. You are supporting, wanataka wamekuwa na shida, they believe this is the right guy that can help us, but your plate is full, and if you disappoint them, so those are some of the things. But I believe everything good comes with hard tussles. The first primary stage will be hard.
Yeah. Okay, so what are some of the NGOs, let me call them NGOs, and maybe government organizations that you work with and for, that maybe the youth out there can benefit from?
NGO. Maybe mostly there's no non-governmental organization that I work for. The youth can benefit, maybe like I told you at first, I'm the director of Rongai Dance Family. The youth can come if you have talent. At first they were paying, which gone until from I think 2 weeks ago. It's a free. So long as you have talent, you come, you train free. We get we create opportunities. Like today, I've created opportunity for 3. That's where I am. There's in Kiserian and then around Nairobi City.
Talking about talents, and last week we saw the President William Ruto launch the Talanta Hela Fund initiative. I want to know if your group is a beneficiary of it, or how are you working to be part of that fund?
Now that's now the problem. First of all, the question should be, who is the head of that, the so-called Talanta Hela initiative? Yeah. People have been creating initiatives at the expense of the youth. So let me say, I'll not answer that specifically, because we need to have structural open communication, of which you know who is in charge of that Talanta Hela. And then in counties, in sub-counties, have they given awareness about the Talanta Hela?
Okay.
What people are they using to make sure that they advocate for that Talanta Hela?
Yes.
So those avenues have been created for long. Youth funds, we have been hearing about youth funds. But can you name 4 or 5 people that you know among your cycle that have benefited from that? It's just a cocoon that has been rotating for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So let me do a research on that. But because we have had it nationally, I've said we should focus on our areas. As Talanta Hela has a say in our ward, in our village, Ongata Rongai, you know, we're just seeing it nationally, being launched without structural plans. You know, for example, like Kenya Youth Organization, you see it has started from the grassroots.
Yeah.
It has started from the grassroots. Now, at the end of June, we are going to election now for the national, where I'm going to vie also at the national level. But we have started from the grassroots going to the national.
Okay.
But the Talanta Hela is starting from the national, coming to the grassroots. So it should start from the grassroots, so that they know who are the right people involved in talent. Like people like in Top TV, there are those people that have been spearheading talent. Are they beneficiaries? Then we go to the national level.
Okay, so you're saying the right way is from bottom to up?
I asked from the bottom to the grassroots up to the national, not from the national trickling down. There's some cartels in between that have been benefiting at the back of the youth for so long, and those cartels are what we are trying to fight. And you cannot fight when you are dumb. Yeah, that's why I normally tell the youth first. Unasoma.
Yes.
Make sure that your apps are very legit. I normally tell the youth, you cannot argue if you don't have substance. Yeah, I normally encourage the youth also to make sure that they have basic education. Now you know basic education is maybe a diploma or a degree, so that you can articulate your issues without fear, without contradiction.
Okay, the end goal of this, I want to know the end goal of this, and maybe as we finalize, you can give a word to that youth out there. I want you to encourage them in whatever they're doing, whether it's in leadership or in talent.
Yeah, as I've told you from John Kett, he said, if you want to remain youthful, you must be useful. Yes. But there's a scholar by the name Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt said that you cannot promise future to all the youth, but you can promise youth. You cannot make future to all the youth, but you can make a youth to the future. So the best thing is that you should be prepared for the future. You should always be prepared for the future, because future has a lot of dynamics. So I can encourage the youth to have goals and plans. You should have goals. You set your goals, then you demolish. You set your goals, then you demolish. Like for you, you can call me that I'm a youth leader, but there's a goal that I'm after. I want to make sure that at the end of the day, these youths are unity. They are voicing their problems. We can call on leaders. Like there's a forum that I'm creating by end of this June. There's a youth forum within Ongata Rongai ward. I have a youth group from Kandisi all the way from Olekasasi A, Olekasasi B. All these youth groups, like in Kandisi, I have 40 youths. In Olekasasi A, Olekasasi B, will go Talanta Social Hall and call on the leaders from the women rep, to the MP, to the area MCA, to the senator. Those that will hit to our call will come. We will articulate our issues, not me. They should sit down and hear from those leaders from the background. What do they want to be helped in this regime that are not being helped? Because there have been cartels that have been purporting to be youth leaders only to benefit as individuals. But me, I want to do it openly. I want them to hear from the horse mouth what is ailing them as youth, what can they benefit from the leaders. That will be my end goal.
Well, there you have it. That was Solo Dennis, the youth leader for Ongata Rongai. Na tunaona yeye ni mwana Arsenal hapa.
Ya kabisa.
Edamu.
Kabisa.
Huwezi badilika.
Siwezi badilika. Loyalty.
Okay guys, that is it for today here in Truth in Politics. We meet next time.